Boxing Voice once again here with Eddie Hearn, head of Matchroom, back in Birmingham. How important is it to make Birmingham like other locations, you know, top locations that you have like Manchester and Sheffield? How important is it for Birmingham to be back up?
Yeah, very important. And, you know, we've been here quite a while now, and I think that we're back now with World Championship boxing, stacked card. You know, Sam Eggington for the European title, great local derby for the Commonwealth title. Frankie Gavin coming back in a big domestic fight. So this is by far the biggest card we've put on in Birmingham so far, and it should be, you know, it should be up there with those other fight cities that you mentioned.
Kell Brook, I was speaking to him a few moments ago, and I asked him, you know, a couple of questions about Roman Gonzalez. He said he's ready to fight him tomorrow. Obviously, as a promoter, you've got to build a fight up. But how close is that fight? Surely it's not this year, is it?
No, probably early next year. I mean, in every division, you have to target the big names and target the big fights. So obviously, if you're a world champion, you've got to be looking at the marquee names and the marquee fights. That is Roman Gonzalez. As far as I'm concerned, Yafai has the talent, the power, the skill to be fighting those kind of guys. He's just won a world championship. So, you know, the first thing to do is come and have a solid defence in your hometown. And Murinaka will provide that. You know, we looked at the guys in the top 15. You know, he's never been stopped. He hasn't lost in 10 years. He's going to come forward all night. All these guys in the rankings at super flyweight are tough as old boots, you know. And Yafai's got to be in these fights. He's got to learn in these fights. He's got to learn under the pressure of fighting in his hometown as well. And, you know, we want to come out and put on a show in Birmingham and make a statement that he is ready or on the verge of the Gonzalez's, the Quadras's, you know, all these guys that are the marquee names in the division.
You've got a lot of up-and-coming stars on this card. And reality is not everyone is going to make it to that superstar level, but already do you see maybe one or two, you know, do you see a star in the making here?
Yeah, I mean, what you do is when you go to these cities, you give all the young talent a chance to come through. You're quite right, not all these guys are going to go on and make it. You know, some are going to win English titles, some are going to win British titles. We hope some are going to go and be world champions. They're not all in our stable, but we're given the opportunity. When you come to a city, you've got to put on the young talent from the city. So, you know, people like Lennox Clark, super middleweight, I think he's a very good talent. He's looking to step up and have a proper fight on the card as well. And, you know, I think a lot of these guys are looking for breakout nights.
We're going to move on to Brook and Spence now. Are you waiting, is it from Spence with the Vada drug testing? Are you waiting for them to submit the form for them to go ahead with the random testing?
We received that form last night.
So you received it?
Yeah, in the contract is Vada testing, so he was sent the forms, he's filled them out, and rule systems go. The only hold up right now is just waiting for approval from Sheffield Council. So I think that's imminent, and May the 27th at Bramall Lane is almost certainly the date.
The bookmakers over here seem to think Spence is the favourite. Now, if you look at the resumes, you'd say Kell Brook's got the better resume. He's more experienced. Are you quite surprised at that? Maybe why the bookmakers over here are saying, you know, Spence is the favourite?
Yeah, I've seen the odds, and I think from what I saw, it was complete 50-50 more or less on the odds. I think it is a 50-50 fight. I think you've got the fact that Brook's coming off a defeat to Golovkin, albeit. You know, Spence has looked sensational. He's never travelled. He's never boxed anyone like Kell Brook. But Kell Brook maybe hasn't boxed anyone like Errol Spence. So it's a stunning fight. You know, I think it's the best welterweight fight in world boxing. I think Errol Spence is an exceptional talent, but I've always believed that Kell Brook is the #1 welterweight in the world, and now he's going to get a chance to prove it, because I believe if he beats Errol Spence, he will be that man.
Ain't no other sight in the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.